Alright, so in this video we're gonna check into seeing if Elon Musk is in the Black Eye Club. So first thing we gotta do is establish whether or not there really is a Black Eye Club. And one of the reasons I have such few subscribers is because when I used to have a lot of subscribers, I would talk about stuff like this. This is long before Elon Musk came up with a black eye on his last day of work at the White House. So let's look into this and see if we can perhaps get down to the truth, or possible truth, different variables of the truth of what might have happened and what is the Black Eye Club and who is in it. So first we'll establish who has the black eyes. Usually one black eye. It's been going on for quite a long time, actually. And what does the black eye mean? Why do they have a black eye? How'd they get it? What does it mean? First of all, we'll look at who has the black eye. Pretty much most all of our leaders. Nearly all of the people who run the establishment have come up with a black eye at least once or more than once during their political or business careers. So, and I talk in code, by the way, which is, it still doesn't work. I mean, they won't delete this video, but they'll investigate me and they'll find a way to delete my whole channel later if I piss them off. And the Black Eye Club is not what they allow people like me to talk about, primarily because they, as in the owners of YouTube, are in the Black Eye Club. I'm sure that they've all come up with their black eye also. So in this video, I'm not sure if the word is delve into how long the Black Eye Club has been in existence and how did they start getting the black eye. Now there's a bunch of different theories on how they get the black eye. They, as in, our leaders, the establishment, the people that work for the establishment, the people, the movers and the shakers, they all come up with that black eye. And we'll figure out why and how on this show if you're interested. So stick around and we'll try to get to the point pretty quick. Keep the video relatively short. And if you're one of my primary subscribers that have followed me around for a while, you probably already know what we're getting at. There's one. Now what I do, I'll teach you how to understand the code, because there might be some new subscribers. Yes, I do have some new subscribers anyways. I've got like 121 subscribers as far as I know. And so I gotta be real careful because, I'll go from 121 subscribers to 0 real quick and get kicked off of YouTube and have to come up with a new ID and start over with 0 again like I always do. Chief Black Bear has 199 subscribers, by the way. And this might even get uploaded to his to Chief Black Bear's channel. If you don't, I'm God's White Knight, by the way. And, what we're about to get into here, if you're not already used to this stuff. Okay, so first thing, everything is backwards. So learn to think backwards when I talk in code. Like a lot of what I do is spell something backwards, and then that will be the code. So if you learn how to think backwards, you'll probably be able to crack the code and figure out what I'm talking about. So the primary thing I got in a lot of trouble for talking about was the lerv. That is code. So spell lerv backwards, and there's no vowels in the word. I think there's no vowels. So if you spell lerv backwards, lerv is LRV. There's no verbs. You can look this up if you want on Google as I make this video. But if you don't know anything about the backwards spelling of LRV, if you don't know anything about the lerv, you're in for an awakening here. So, and then are the lerv real? And another thing we'll talk about is Onan. That's a backward spelling. So if you spell Onan backwards, you come up with a complete technology that I got in a lot of trouble for talking about back in the day. And you're probably still not allowed to talk about it since Elon Musk is the owner of Twitter or X. But what we're going to be getting at is, could Elon Musk with the black eye, being the Black Eye Club, and are the members of the Black Eye Club, are they lerv? So what is lerv? Spell it backwards. Look it up on Google. But it dates back to World War II, but it dates back way before that. But if you go to dating back to World War II, there was actually a lerv society in Germany. It's actually a part of history. You can look it up, and I wish I had chat so you guys could tell me, because I'm not using any kind of research tools as I do this video. I'm just winging it live, and it's not being edited. But during World War II, they had the lerv society in Germany. So what the lerv are, you're not allowed to talk about them, and you're not allowed to talk about Onan. Now, what I did was I invented the Onan lerv, or the lerv Onan. I forget what I used to call it back in the day. I used to talk about this quite a bit, but I got in quite a bit of trouble for it. Because, the people in the Black Eye Club, are the ones that run YouTube and everything else. They run the whole thing. There's a bunch of different names, but essentially there's kind of one entity that's in charge of everything. The money, the government, the one world government, the almighty dollar. And what, okay, so let's say that the Black Eye Club, I think you're allowed to talk about that rock that is black. I'm the author of Chief Black Bear, by the way. But there's a rock that is black. We'll just stay in code. You know, they're probably lurves. Okay, they're definitely in the Black Eye Club. Okay, the owners, the managers, the people that run that rock that is black, that is in control of everything except Chief Black Bear. Now, Chief Black Bear, he's done battle with the Lurv. He takes them on. He kicked their ass. That's right. But the part of the story is did the Lurv get to Chief Black Bear? Now, I don't know if the chief ever having any a black eye. I don't know of it. But so if you go with the it's actually history. It's, look it up. Lurv, spell it backwards, no vowels, LRV spelled backwards. Look it up on Google. Maybe throw an I in there, like L-I or L-R-I-V backwards. But I don't think it's got a I in there. I think it's no vowels. But anyways, so the story is that the bad guy from Germany that you're not really allowed to talk about either, that he went down underground, probably building a deep underground military base. I think you might be allowed to talk about them still. Let's just say that the bad guy from Germany went down underground to build a deep underground military base. And when he got down there, the Lurv were down there already. And so let's say, okay, so here's what the deal is the Lurv, you got to spell them backwards, and you're not allowed to talk about them. But they're a type of reptilian. And they got a little unicorn thing on their forehead, like a needle on their forehead. And what they do is they're able to, I guess, charm you enough to get close to you, and then poke you in the eye with that needle on the forehead. I think that gets like right here, not in the eyeball, like right here. You can look at Elon Musk in the picture and kind of see where he got poked in the eye. Hope I don't get deleted. But anyways, so if you were to say that the Lurv would poke, say, Hitler, ooh, I said his name. Ow. The bad guy from Germany. If you were to say that the bad guy from Germany went down into the depths of hell, built a deep underground military base, and he met up with the Lurv, and they poked him in the eye, and a bunch of his I don't even know if you had to say, a bunch of his military folks and the women but they all got poked in the eye by the LIRV. And then they came up back to the surface, and they became the LIRV Society. Gotta talk in code because I'll get deleted. You're not allowed to talk about them, I'm telling you. Okay. So then after World War II, you know, we brought them over here, and they poked the three-letter agency in the eye. And the three-letter agency that starts with a C became the LIRV Society. Operation Paperclip is what they called it. But what they didn't tell us is that they all got poked in the eye. Like all the American employees for the three-letter agency that begins with a C and the second letter is an I and the last letter is an A. But they got poked in the eye and became the LIRV Society. Part of it. Okay, so then technology came along, and I actually invented it myself. The nano LIRV. Ooh, I said the wrong word. It's the ONAN LIRV. Excuse me. ONAN LIRV. But since I already let the cat out of the bag, now you know what ONAN means if you don't know how to think backwards. But I'm the inventor of the ONAN LIRV. But it got out, and they stole my idea. The LIRV Society and the Black Eye Club stole my idea. I'm not in the Black Eye Club. I'm just the author of Chief Black Bear, and they're all pissed off because he kicked their ass and freaking sent a lot of them into outer space. Chief Black Bear already captured a bunch of LIRV and put them on his planet Argartha and repelled them into space. I think was it 2024? I forget. About this time, I think 2024, back in June. I think it was June 20. I forget. But yeah, Chief Black Bear done rounded up a bunch of LIRV and put them on his planet Argartha and repelled it out into space, where it still is. But it might have been Chief Black Bear. He's got direct energy weapons on his planet Argartha, and I think he might have shot LA Pacific Palisades on January 7th with a direct energy weapon from his planet Argartha. But the thing about it is you see the Chief has all them LIRV, and you know, the LIRV might have taken over. You just don't know if the LIRV ever overpower the Chief. It's kind of hard to, because he owns them. The Chief is the biggest superpower in human history, and in all honesty, he's not even pure human. He's a hybrid with Pleiadian. The Chief's like half Pleiadian, half human. And so that's part of the way that he overpowers the LIRV. But yeah, he's still an outlaw. But anyways, we're going to try to wrap it up here. I go on pretty long on these videos. I'm not supposed to be taking so long here. So getting back to who's in the Black Eye Club, pretty much everybody that is a mover and a shaker. You know, everybody that runs the show is in the Black Eye Club. They've all been poked in the eye with the ONAN LIRV. See, because what happened in my invention that they stole from me was so what would happen was the lure would poke you in the eye, and then they would squirt them into you, and they would take over your body. That's like what they did to the bad guy from Germany. Was the lure poked him in the eye and took over his body, started doing all that evil stuff. So then we supposedly win in World War II and bring all them Germans over here, basically the Lurv, because the Lurv had already taken over Germany before we did. So we bring the Lurv over here to America, and they poke us in the eye and take over our government. They didn't poke me in the eye, they poked our government in the eye. Probably like Eisenhower and Kennedy and all them. Maybe not Kennedy, maybe not even Eisenhower, I don't know. But everybody lately's been poked in the eye. Like all the Johnny-come-latelys that fell off the turnip truck that are running the show now, they all got poked in the eye. Probably, but the real Johnny-come-latelys, the ones lately, from like 2021 and on, they got poked in the eye, probably did it with my invention, the Onan Lurv, to where you just put it in a you put it in a jab and just stick it in your eye, just like the Onan jab, the Onan Lurv jab. Excuse me. Just poke them in the eye with the Onan Lurv jab, and then they become a Lurv, and they control us. So the question is like, maybe the Lurv now is even a like a microchip with Lurv technology on the chip, and they just inject you right there in the eye, in the side of your corner of your eye. They inject you with a microchip that's got all the technology. Teaches you how to do smart guy stuff like SpaceX. Yeah, you learn how to do stuff like that. Or Starlink. You get injected with the Onan Lurv jab, and the next thing you know, you're coming out with Starlink and SpaceX and all that. Then you get a job working in the White House, but then you go showing up to work and they freaking jab you. They give you the Onan Lurv jab right there, freaking bam. Come showing up, yo, P-Mert, here I am, reporting for duty. Oh yeah, bam. Onan Lurv jab, Elon Musk, Black Eye Club. Welcome to America, Elon. Enjoy the Black Eye Club. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. God's White Knight, .07, inventor of the Onan Lurv jab. They stole my idea. Hope you enjoyed the show. Have a good one.